So today I've come out with the Holga120N. It's a simple little cheap medium format camera, and in fact it's a great way to get into medium format if you haven't already done so. I think these are about 30 quid. I've got in here HP5 and I've come up here to take some photographs of some pigeons. There's no pigeons around at the moment, but don't worry, I've got some bait in my bag, which is some cornflakes. And the thing I love most about taking photographs of pigeons, well, they're just street rats, aren't they? You know, they're just always in the streets. And if you've got no other subjects in the streets, you can find a pigeon. It's always a good subject to take a photograph of, especially in town centres. Today I'm at the seaside. That's childish. Today I'm at the beach. And this is a little spot where I want to try and get my pigeons on this wall. Obviously I've got to get a little bit low down, so I haven't got any pigeons in the any stuff in the background, sorry, but I'll get a little tiny bit low down. Hopefully I can get some shots. Now with this Holga camera, it's very simple. It's only one shutter speed and two apertures, so I've got one around about 1/100th of a second, give or take a little bit of wear and tear, and two apertures, one of f8 and one of f11, and the apertures are selected on the side, on the top of the camera here, where you've got cloud or sun. Obviously sun, it's going to be f11, a little bit of cloud, f8, but 1/100th of a second shutter speed. I like using HP5, Ilford HP5. It just gives me a little bit more versatile for me. If the sun goes in the clouds, I can still crack on. If it's a little bit too bright, I might get a little bit overexposed, but that's no problem because I can just pull the development a little tiny bit when I get back. I've shot that quite a lot, that combo in this camera, and it's worked really well for me in the past. And one of the disadvantages of this camera is it's prone to light leaks and also prone for the back to just flip off. Don't forget, this is cheap plastic thing from China, at least I think it's from China, I'm 100% sure it is. But a little plastic lens as well, you know, it is cheap as chips. But you just got to be careful because it is prone to light leaks, which is why I put tape around the sides and also gaffer tape that I keep on the back all the time just to hold those clips in place. I did shoot once and the back fell off, wasted time. Shut up, mate. Noisy motorbikes. So the pigeons have started to come. Hopefully they'll fly over to that wall and I can start getting me shots. I need to attract a lot more. Oh, here's another one. And I've just got some cornflakes for pigeons. Apparently cornflakes is corn, so it's okay for birds. If it's not, let us know in the comments. I'm sure you will. Let's just put some cornflakes down, see if we can attract some pigeons. I'll probably get arrested for this as well. Perfect. And I forgot to mention one more thing about this camera, and that's on the side, that's where all the focusing distances are. So you've got a little mountain which is infinite or distance, a little tiny group of people there, which I take it is a group shot, two people and one person, pretty much old school. But on the bottom here I've got a little cheat sheet which I've written myself, which tells me how many feet away these little settings are. So I've pretty much given up with the pigeons. I thought there'd be loads here, usually there is. There's just none about. I think it's pigeon season and they're all shagging or something. They look a bit puffy chested and chasing each other. Let's find something else. So it wasn't to be with the pigeons, there was just none around. It's only a few, but they kept flying off. I noticed that they kept trying to shag each other, so maybe it's pigeon mating season or something, and they're all getting a bit excited. But they didn't want to stick around up there, so let's see what else I can get on the Holga. So I just took a photograph of the stairs as this elderly couple walked past. I'm going to double expose that shot. So I've got one angle of the stairs. Let's get another angle, see what that looks like. So that was a little bit of a letdown. I was hoping to get more pigeons in the camera, but it weren't to be, you know. I can't make pigeons appear, I'm not magic. So I've come to a nice woodland area where there's a nice train track as well. So I'm going to try and get some the rest of the shots. I've already taken six shots. I'm on shot number 7. I've only got 12 in this camera, and it offers me 6x6 medium format negatives. So it's my favourite format, actually, square. I quite like the square format, probably because I'm square myself. Right. Train track. See if I can get a shot on this train track without getting run over. So we can get down low. I've done these sort of shots before. Let's balance it on there, see what we can get through this wood. I don't know. Done. Oh, I've just gone past my number 8 frame. That's a shame. Let's get an angle shot. Real close to that rail. He's not live, I hope. Let's try a triple exposure. 3 angles, 1, 2, 3. See what that does. That'll be interesting. 1. 2, 3. Not got a clue what'll happen there. Not got a clue what that'll come out like. So my last stop is a local golf course. See if I can get a couple of frames over here. I've got 10, 11, 12, 3 shots left. See what I can get down at the golf course without getting thrown out or a golf ball me nut. Geez, I went to the golf course. I had to come out. Them guys are relentless. They're charging over and balls fly. I was like, sod that, I'm off, I'm out of here. So I've come down this little peaceful part of the village. So it's literally, with this Holga, it's literally no fuss photography at all. If you can get past the light leaks and the distances on the lens and stuff, and its look, of course, it's a great little fun camera to walk around with and just get some shots. In fact, Holga, I find similar to Pinhole. They've got their own unique look, and I wouldn't mind eventually at some point getting my prints into some sort of zine of my Pinhole and Holga shots, you know, way away from all the other creative photography. This stuff's awesome. So I've got one more little shot here to take. I've got one left in the camera, and there's this old steel metal water thing there, bit of greenery in the background, although it'll be black and white. I'll just take this one last shot, try and get a bit of this fencing. Actually, I've got more of the fence and less of the sky. So that's it. All that's left to do is to rewind the film back. It's so cool. So that's all my photographs taken. I'm not holding out for much, to be honest with you, but let's get the film developed and see what we got. I might be pleasantly surprised. First thing I've got to do is get all this tape off that I've put on just to keep it sealed down. Some people might say that's a bit of a palaver, isn't it? But no, not really. It's just a little bit of fun and away from the norm. You know, if you're not taking your photography too seriously, it's just a bit of fun, that's all it is. And sometimes they can come out looking mustard, you know. Mustard. Nice. Take these clips off. These are the clips that usually just come flying off when you're out on a shoot. It's happened to me before. But take these clips, they're so easy to just push off. Take them right out though. And under there, and there we have it. There's my roll of film that I've taken pictures of, pictures with rather. So we'll get this put into Ilford's ID11, see what we get. So if you're watching this and you've never developed your own black and white film, maybe you send it off to a lab all the time, just letting you know, it is really easy to do once you get used to it, and it's also cost effective rather than sending it to a lab, unless of course you want to go and support the labs. Keep using the labs. I develop a lot of film, so it's much more cost effective for me to do it on my own. So I'm going to turn the lights off now, get this film onto this reel, put it in the tank, and then I'll start my development. this is always the element of surprise when you're doing film photography and developing yourself, or if you're sending it off to a lab, is getting the negatives back and seeing what you've got. I didn't get quite what I went out to get, which was those pigeons. You know, as you saw me at the start of the video, I was hoping there'd be more pigeons there that I could take photographs of. I did intend to shoot the whole lot, all that roll of film in the area on those pigeons, do a few double exposures and get some funky looking shots, but it wasn't to be. So I went off to plan B and went down the beach. There was too many people really at the beach, too many tourists down there, too many children playing. So I come away from the beach and I ended up going to a golf course. Nearly got hit by some golf balls, so I didn't take any photographs there. I just bolted and went down some country lane and shot the rest of the film there. But that Holga camera is so much fun and a joy to use, and like I said, it is a very inexpensive way to get into medium format film developing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in fact my first experience with medium format was with a Zeiss Icon Netar that I'd got inexpensive, I don't know, 50 quid on eBay, I can't remember now. And then the Holga came after that, but these Holgas are about 30 quid, and like I said, they are such fun cameras to shoot. Yeah, they've got their little problems and stuff, and some people can't stand them, but you know, it depends what you want to go out and take photographs of. If you enjoy taking pictures, it doesn't matter what medium you're shooting, just go out and enjoy yourself, and that is exactly what the Holga is about. It's just, you know, an easy, simple camera to use. You ain't got to think much, and just click away at the buttons and point the camera in the right direction, hoping that you get some decent shots. Even if you haven't got any decent shots, it's still fun camera to use. You know, you might get 1 or 2 out of them. That's what I'm hoping for today. But like I said, if you can just bear up with some of the light leaks and taping the camera up just in case, then it is 3, 4, 5. A fun little camera to shoot. So here comes the moment of truth. See what my film looks like. This is a clothes hanger that I got with a pair of jeans or something. I've got a few of these that I use for hanging my negatives up. There's the negs there. Don't know what happened to that last frame. And they all look, as we say in the UK, tickety-boo. Well, there's pictures on them anyway. And if you do squeegee off with your fingers, just make sure your nails are manicured. Done. So these are the negatives here. The first few came out a little tiny bit overexposed, but I feel like when I pulled that development, I think I said 12 minutes in the video, I went 11 minutes, original time was 13, so I pulled a couple of minutes off the development because I knew that these were very bright for that 400 speed film. But you can see the others, the train tracks there, and also down in the village was quite nice. I was really surprised at the train tracks of that triple exposure that I did. The double exposure with the elderly couple walking across the stairs, that came out a bit overexposed, but it was very bright down the beach. White walls are bouncing off everywhere, so it's no surprise really, but I'm happy with the negs. They've come out really well. Just apart from this first frame, I've got some light leaks going on here. That's where the shutter button is, you can hear it. I'm taking pictures now, I've got the lens cap on, nothing's happening, there's no auto advance, nothing, you've got to do all that yourself. But the great thing about that is you can do some really cool double exposures, so that's what I'm intending to do today. And a little light leak you can see on this rebate at this part of the negative, and I don't quite know what happened to the last negative. You can see half the frame has got some leaks going on there as well, but that's Holga for you.